Well, due to the increased number of COVID-19 positive cases in the state and the country, there is some panic. A cough from any direction is enough for a person to literally panic. At a juncture, there is one factor that continues to pose a grave danger for sanitation: large gatherings. Well, here in one of the areas in Bengaluru, people continue to gather and in fact they are protesting.
Coronavirus or the COVID-19 positive cases in the city, state and the country are on a steady rise. Now in the state, we hear at least 2 new positive cases being reported every day. The ability of the health department has been questioned. While India is still in the second stage, the next few weeks are crucial in controlling the outbreak. Stage 3, that is the community-to-community transmission, is the most dangerous level, but the numbers coming in now may not aptly give a true picture of the ground situation. In such a precarious scenario, there is a regular gathering of people taking place in the city for a cause. Bilal Bagh anti-CAA protest continues amidst COVID-19 scare. Protesters term CAA, NRC, NPR a bigger fear than COVID-19. Women-led anti-CAA NRC protest has continued for over a month despite the COVID-19 scare. Protesters have refused to relent, and likewise the health department and local authorities have chosen to turn a blind eye.
Now, COVID-19 or the coronavirus scare has gripped Bengaluru city, especially with the number of positive cases rising every day. But what about the protests that are taking place, especially Bengaluru's Shaheen Bagh, the Bilal Bagh, where the protest against CAA, NRC and NPR is ongoing by the women of the Muslim community over here, joined by other communities as well. So we are here at Bilal Bagh to check how the people here, the protesters here, are coping with the COVID-19 scare. Let's go ahead and speak to some of the protesters over here about the kind of precautions that they are undertaking for coronavirus. Ma'am, can you go ahead and tell us how many precautions you are taking, what kind of precautions you are taking with regards to COVID-19 scare now?
Yes, actually we are providing all the ladies with the homemade mask. We are sanitizing the chair and the fences and everything. And we are even asking them not to speak to each other, not to shake hands and maintain distance.
Have any of the health department officials from the government came to address you with regards to the seriousness of the issue?
No, nobody's came for here. Some private doctors is there. There's helping for us.
So we can see right here the number of protesters who have come over here are also sitting quite at a distance from each other on chairs. Earlier this place used to be crowded just like the one at Shaheen Bagh in Delhi. So now all of the people over here are maintaining some kind of distance. People need to wear masks over here mandatorily to come and participate in the protest. The number of protesters have also been now downsized following the COVID-19 scare, and we can also see the fumigation process that is taking place right now over here. The sanitization of this place is also being carried out at regular intervals too. The people over here are being educated about the do's and don'ts of COVID-19. There are several posters also hanging over here which tell the people who are participating in this protest over here about what to do and what not to do, and what are the etiquette that they need to follow, the personal hygiene levels they need to maintain with regards to coronavirus, and how they can beat coronavirus as well while continuing their protest. So the truth remains that mass gatherings have been banned by the government of India for a few days until further notice with regards to the coronavirus scare. And also that puts a onus on the state government on how come they have not addressed the issue at Bilal Bagh as well. How come none of the health department officials have conducted any sort of checkup over here?
The state government and health department, along with the union government, have set the guidelines to tackle the crisis by themselves. However, the loopholes in the guidelines leading failures and avoidable cases have started to show. For example, in the case of the Kalaburgi man who died of COVID-19, the initial lack of regulations and proper enforcement by the health department led to him infecting 3 other people. Now we keep hearing of one or the other person fleeing quarantine, or their cases going undetected only to be detected later, with several more people coming in contact. As things stand now, any gathering of more than 100 people is banned in the state, However, the government has not sent a strong message with regards to the enforcement by flouting the rules themselves. The gathering of protesters at Bilal Bagh is somewhere around 20 to 50, now downsized from the earlier hundreds of people. But there is a growing public concern that the government is not doing enough or is still going lax on the regulations needed to be enforced. The protesters might be taking the precautions by themselves, but it is concerning to know that they have not yet been addressed by the health department itself. The state is spiraling into a dangerous situation with the number of confirmed cases rising to 13 as on Wednesday. In this situation, are advisories enough precaution? Advisories are a way for the state government to shrug off responsibility by not needing to enforce it. It needs to be seen whether the government will take any stringent measure and enforce it, likewise to tackle COVID-19 spread, or whether it will wait till the situation gets more dangerous. Amrita for News 9 Bengaluru.